Hi everyone, wherever you are. Uh, when you come to a country for the first or second time, you learn a lot of new things. So one of the things I learned in Australia was that if someone says, how you going? You don't say like, I'm going by train or bus or, just say, I'm doing fine, I'm doing well. So anyway, so let's start with the presentation. This is the flow that I have set, just giving you a global view, then talking about the East, then China and phenomena, and then exactly how we as researchers can use it, being WeChat. Okay. If you look at the global scenario of a total population of 7.2 billion, you have half the population mobile, and of that you have 2 billion who are socially active. Sorry, not mobile, but that's all people. So within the mobile, it's only 1.6. So there's a lot of growth that you can expect on the mobile side for social. If you look at the amount of traffic that is growing, the mobile web traffic is really, it's in hyper inflation right now. And if you look at the last figure out there, it grew at 25% over last year, and that growth is expected to continue. Just another slide just to reinforce the growth story. So when we talk about new computing technology, we say that every cycle it's 10x more. And the last cycle was the desktop internet. And the current one, we are on the mobile internet wave. And the data that's going to go through this mobile internet is something like 10x of PC, which works out to something like 10,000 million hexabytes. I'm sorry, zettabytes, I think. Yeah. So anyway, the point is that mobile internet is not one small thing. It's a host of things. As you can see, it's smartphones, it's feature phones, it's tablets, it's cameras, it's multiple devices all being merged into one. Now, coming to social, as I already mentioned that there are a lot of mobile active subscribers, but only a part of them are socially active. This is because there's a connectivity gap, especially in the developing world, and this gap, when it gets bridged, it's all going to come through mobile. And in fact, in rural connectivity is slowly rapidly rising, and rural populations are around 75% of them are get on the internet exclusively through their mobile. And that's the kind of revolution that's happening. Coming to social communication, while you have Twitter, Facebook, which are largely broadcast and talks about your large friend circle and things like that, it's slowly social communication moving away to more personal communication like WhatsApp, WeChat, Snapchat, and things like that, which is to a small group of core contacts. More on the messaging revolution. You can see mobile, of course, as connectivity keeps growing, mobile apps also will keep growing, and they are like literally doubling every year. But messaging is apps are growing 3 times that. So that's the kind of appeal of messaging apps. If you look at the slide or the graph on the right, you can see that 75% of all traffic is instant messaging, and traditional messaging like your email, social, SMS is only 25%. Of course, who's making money? It's still traditional messaging. There's no real commercializing of instant messaging yet, but that's definitely coming. Yeah, so this is just trying to tell you how the social media is being driven by messaging content, and how it will continue to grow. And it's expected by 2016 to grow to something like 13 zettabytes. Now, I know I've tried to Google to find out how many zeros that is, but I'm sorry, I failed. If someone can tweet that and let us know, it'll be great. Okay, coming to the East, yeah. Why the East is so important is half the world is here, yeah. So that, I think, is as simple as that. And given that, despite low penetration rates, still almost half of all internet users are also in Asia. And then if you look at social media consumers, again Asia, and mobile, again Asia. So that's why Asia is so important. And if you look at percentage of total mobile subscribers are prepaid. So the whole profile in the developing world, I mean, which is largely Asia, is also different. It's a prepaid market, yeah. And only 21% have broadband connectivity. So there's a huge potential for growth, all coming out of Asia. So if you look at social pretty much on the pure PC online kind of side is going to grow, but it's pretty much saturated. All the growth is going to come out of mobile. Okay, now here, yeah, you can see that the social media consumption, you can see that 17% is the world average, and Asia Pacific also is actually pretty much there. That's largely because driven by advanced markets in Asia like Singapore, Japan, Australia. But that's not where the large populations are. They're in China and India. And given such low penetrations, you can just imagine what the coming changes are, especially in areas like e-commerce and hopefully market research. Coming specifically to China and the digital landscape, I put this chart up mainly because I just want to make the point again that if you just take the mobile space, even in Asia, 900 odd million mobile penetration is in China, and India is around between 600, 700. So 1.5 billion is just India and China, and they together are over 2 billion. So there's still almost a billion of growth going to come just from these markets. So and also this chart was done by, I believe, a professor in one of the universities in the US, and how the world is changing, and this whole inverted, the rise of the Asian giants is going to happen in the next 20-25 years. And I'm often asked how come mobile and social mobile does so well in China, and how it's constantly growing, and the average sharing and average contribution is so high, and the frequency is so high in China compared to anywhere else in the world. These are all averages, but if you take a city like Beijing or Shanghai, it's like really shocking. And that's mainly because maybe it was because they were a closed nation that now everyone wants to overshare. Coming specifically to WeChat, yeah, messaging, as we already established, is the future of communication, and that's where even today, over 50% of all communication seems to be driven through messaging, whatever that may be in your chosen way of communicating. So it's highly engaging, it's instant, and it's across demographics from a research perspective. And then if you take WeChat specifically, already they are close to 500 million active user base, and they're also the fastest growing messaging platform, and they are not a messaging platform, basically because they're way beyond that. They are an e-commerce platform, they are a social platform, they have voice services, they are a media channel, and they are much more, and they're still evolving. Yeah. And brands can put up brand zones and interact with their consumers. So it is also a potentially powerful research tool. This is just how the messaging tools stack up. And if you look at WeChat, it still trails WhatsApp, but as I just mentioned, WeChat is not million WeChat payment users who buy goods and services online using their WeChat. This is again, I think, story how great they are. So I'm going to move on. Yeah, this chart is very interesting. If you guys have been following the 11/11 Singles Day story in China, which is compared to the biggest shopping day being Black Friday, the long weekend in the US. In China, they did 9.3 billion sales in one day in November 11th. Yeah. Compared to the US, I don't have the sales figure, but last year they did around 3 billion. Yeah. So already they are 3 times. And this projection was that by 2015 they would do 41.4 billion on mobile commerce, but this target will be met this year, and that's because of mobile commerce growing on and especially driven by services like WeChat. Okay, a lot of these things are still in development, so I don't have a live kind of example to give you, but this is just a simple survey for tea that was done, and it was done within WeChat. So you could have like a TVC, you could ask questions, they could be graphic or text based. But the best part about it is that you could instantly reward your participants, and they could participate wherever they were, at home, at work, wherever, on the bus. And of course, results also, it's clean data immediately. This is a very technically heavy slide, but I'll just go through the process. Basically, you start with the red dot, which is the researcher, sets up the questionnaire using the system. The system where the researcher has defined what kind of target profile is required. Then that connects onto the WeChat control panel, sends out invites to only those people that we want to participate in the survey, and then the users participate and the data comes back for analysis. And this cycle can be very fast. You could have live dashboards, and anyway, given it's mobile, and if you want to increase participation, the less stressful you make it, the more people will participate. So short, sweet, easy, and interactive is what you can achieve. Yeah, that's about it for now. Yeah, thank you.